Hey guys, Mighty Gazelle here with more of the Hunters Guild Red Hood. This is chapter number 12, titled Bonkers. Okay, a chapter about bonkers now. All right. Um, Last we left off, we got a chapter about Mariopolis, Mario. I believe that chapter is also called named after him. So okay, these chapters are focusing on the sort of other mainstay characters and getting them fleshed out, I guess, which is really cool. We met uh, Moscow. I think it was his name was Bosco Moscow. I can't remember the guy's name. The guy they were fighting last week. Um, and I don't mean to like say I don't remember the characters. I do. It was a really good character in the last chapter, but I just met him, so it might take time. But I'm learning all the other people's names. So it was really like I actually really enjoyed that chapter. He's got the slime that he attacks with, the mold and stuff. Really made me like Mario a lot more as a character. I already liked Bike Joe Bonkers, so let's see what they do for his character in this. 1 hour since the start of the exam, says the announcer. The narrator. Hey, come back here. Looks like Diamond is chasing someone through the hallway. Ack! Oops, dead end. Oh, wait, Ack, says the guy, and it's just, oops, dead end. Too bad for you, she says. You're under arrest. She breaks out one of the handcuffs. And someone calls to her, over here. Looks like someone's trying to distract her, maybe? Oh, yeah, okay. So it looks like their group is actually making a push for the handcuffs again, which is interesting. Nab the cuffs! As we get a bunch of people rushing at her. God, this again? She shouts. And, is she trying to escape, actually? She might actually try to be getting away. Dang it, this hall's too narrow. Somebody will die, she thinks to herself, or she says to herself. She literally, sorry. She literally jumps out the window and starts climbing up by like heating up the wall, like the metal wall, and like climbing like Spider-Man. That's so cool. She's crawling up the wall, says one of them. Up. She's headed up. Dude, she's so funny. I love Diamond. Huh? What do you think you're doing, Miguel? The Veil Miguel. I can remember that so easily now. We're hunting, she says. This is bad, Diamond thinks to herself. That's one aggravating strategy they've hit on. They ambushed me with more people than cuffs I'm carrying, and stubbornly disrupt all my attempts to get more. Dedicating more people to me was smart, too, she thinks to herself. As she's just hanging out on the side of the wall, because she can, like, melt into the... That's so cool. It's all too easy for my heat attacks to kill. Each time, I can't help but go easy on them. They know this is just a test, and they're taking full advantage of that fact. Dang. What a pain, she says to herself. That strategy is so stupidly aggravating. I love it. That's good she's being a good sport about this. Cutting back to Miguel and the guy who was trapped in the corner. We've already had 20 people on our side, with more joining up. Would you like to become one of us too? As she grabs his hand and smiles. Hunting the handcuffs leads directly to saving the other participants. Seeing their effective attempts to drive me off fosters confidence, making it easier for them to recruit more to their cause. As Diamond is looking through the window, like observing all this. Getting clean away is a correct answer, of course. But using hunting to save others is an even better answer, she says. Okay, so it seems like she's both annoyed and impressed and like pleased. So it's like, damn it, they're like effective, but I love it because it means they're good hunters or whatever. Third floor supply storage, says the narrator. Cut to Valoo. Valoo thinks to himself, I'd realize this, but there's no risk-free strategy. That's part of why I focused our numbers on Debonair. Oh, they're going against Grim. Okay, let's see what Grim's been up. We haven't really seen much Grim in this form during this test. We've seen a little bit, but Diamond's definitely kind of done the most. Approach it with a level head, and you lot aren't that hard to handle. Well, what are you going to do next? Says Grim. Oh, it looks like, did Grim take out, yeah, okay. So Grim took out the guy we just met the last chapter, I think. I think it looks like him, as well as Portion. And I can't tell who Portion's laying on top of, but I assume maybe like Bike Joe or something. Fighting Grim head on, Valu thinks to himself, is just too dangerous. Oh, she might actually have Mariopolis in her, No. Okay. Wait, what? Okay, so I'm thrown off here. It looks like Portia's one of the people knocked out, yet Portia's also standing next to Grim and... standing next to Valu and Bike Joe. Bike Joe is definitely not one of the people knocked out. He's still standing up next to Valu. But again, Portia... It looks like there's two Portians here. I don't know. Maybe this other person laying on the ground isn't Portia, but it looks like her. Fighting Grim head on is just too dangerous, Valu thinks to himself. Grim has no empathy. Unlike Debonair, whose goal is to test us, Grim will only focus on arresting us. Yeah, that's true. I guess Grim wouldn't have any sympathy. I think we'll have to take her out. I figure she's willing to break 4 or 5 bones of ours if need be. Geez, what's with your teacher, says Portian. If you decided to disrupt our handcuff supply, all I need to do is knock you out long enough for me to get the number I require. Even if I have to break 4 or 5 bones of yours to do it, she says. See? Whoa. That's what the other two say. I like how he's trying to predicted that she might break 4 or 5 bones to get what she wants, and then Grim just straight up says, even if they break 4 or 5 bones. I bet they really got to know each other during that long travel in the carriage and stuff. Okay, leave this part to me, says Bike Joe. Okay, here we go. Let's see what Bike Joe... Okay, this is a chapter named after Bike Joe Bonkers, so let's see what he's up to here. Okay, leave this part to me. Huh? Says Portian. Since when have you been the type to... She says, and then he cuts him off. You two pull back and join up with the Debonair squad. He throws in the elevator. What? And he pulls the lever and they escape cargo elevator. What the heck got into him all of a sudden? Shouts Portian, acting out like he is totally wrecking our plan. Valu says, I thought this might happen. This is just a guess, but Bonkers is... Valu says. Bonkers is what? Let's find out. You don't want to pass, do you? Says Grim. Says Bonkers. Oh, they climbed back up the shaft? Or they just called it back up, one of the two. Bonkers, shouts Valu. That was quick, says Bonkers. I had an idea that might be the case. But why? Why don't you want to? Okay, so Bike Joe actually doesn't want to pass. Truly interesting. Grim pulls out some papers. Bike Joe Bonkers, birth name Kelenken Bonkers. Born into the well-known wealthy Jamotes family. Age 23. Wait a minute. You're 23, Grim says? Yeah, and? What's all that paper? He's in his early 20s? I was so sure he was over 30. He's younger than me. Whoa. All right. Yeah, wow. He does look very large and like adult-like for being, early to mid-20s. So Portian's like mid to late 20s if he's younger than her. So she's about my age. Because I'm 26. He's I wonder how old Valu is. Valu's probably like 16, 17 if I had to guess. I'm not really sure. Maybe 15, 16. Grim says, "This is the background check the guild did on you." Grim says, "Participated in 5 consecutive hunter camps, making it to the final exam in 4 of them. But each time you failed at the last minute." Wait, let me read that again. Let me make sure I grasp this right. "This is the background check the guild did on you. Participated in 5 consecutive hunter camps, making it to the final exam in 4 of them." So he's pretty successful at getting to the end or near the end. He's clearly proven that. But each time you failed at the last minute, it's no wonder the guild is suspicious of you. "You're failing on purpose," says Grim. Whoa, why is he failing? Why enter this if you're going to fail on purpose? Is he just trying to have fun? Trying to get stronger? I'm curious. "I'm just not the type, okay? Now hurry up and arrest me," he says. "Guys like me don't deserve to be hunters." And then looks like we're about to get a flashback because it's panning to black borders and blue ... he thinks to himself. Yep, we're getting a flashback. Okay. All right. Now we're getting a narrator voice for this. There's a giant silhouetted dark figure with 3 legs, 2 arms, and 2 heads. It's like a conjoined giant twin or something. Wow. It looks like it has a bunch of arrows and stuff stuck in it. Back when I was a kid, right around Valu's age, my hometown happened to be in the path of a giant. Half the place was reduced to rubble, but thanks to the efforts of some hunters, the giant was driven back. And overall, the town was saved. The hunters were really cool. They were heroes. I wanted to be one someday myself. So since we know he's of royal family, they're showing this like kind of lavish room, and he's looking out a window. I presume this is him. Please, we beg you, can we have some shelter just until the rain stops? Our home was crushed by the giant. As we get these people who looks like they're showing up to the doorstep of the family, and they're like refugees or whatever. Our home was crushed by the giant, and we've nowhere to get out of the weather. Please, sir. When the rains came, all the people who wound up homeless from the attack came to us. Master, I'm afraid every room is already full. Looks like a servant says to the father of the household. We were wealthy, and we'd already let others in, saying no one would make us look like villains. But we were wealthy, and we'd already let others in, saying no one. Okay, they can use my room. Okay, bonkers. Okay, wow. So he's 13 back here. So if he was Valu's age, that means Valu is about 13. Okay, interesting. They can use my room, says Bonkers. By the way, Bonkers looks like a very handsome young man. He does. He's got like lavishly dressed. I don't know if it's like PJs or what, but like, and he's got his hair in a braid and a bun or whatever in the back. Narrator continues. By the way, when I say narrator, it usually takes the form of someone's voice, I imagine. Like here, the narrator's clearly adult Bonkers, and then other times the narrator's definitely like Valu, right? But here it's most definitely Bonkers. They were taking advantage of us, and dumb kid me fell for it. The only thing on my mind was being cool like hunters and helping people. Father's snoring is so loud I can't sleep, Bonkers thinks to himself. He has a lantern. He's going to his dad's room. Why are the lights on in my room? See? I told you. Oh, no, they're going to steal his shit. Damn it. See, I told you. Searching the rubble in this weather is dumb. Easy to go after some too kind for their own good rich folks. But what if they find out? Meh, just kill whoever it is. We'll be long gone by morning anyway. The victims I'd let in weren't victims at all. They were looters, looking for to score an easy mark as he's looking into his room here. There, put out the lamp. Let's get out of here before the rain lets up. Hold it, shouts Bonkers. So he's actually going to confront him. Wow. Brother. Ah, well, no choice left now. He pulls out a knife. Whoa. And then Bike Joe has his like lantern. He like swings it at the guy. Gah! Oh, did he catch him on fire? He did. He straight up slapped the guy and lit him on fire. Fire! I'm on fire! The flame from the lamp set our clothes alight. Air scorching hot. Can't breathe. Dude, that's why he's like... Is that why he's like got the metal and shit on him? Like, oh my gosh. Wow. Water. Somebody put out the fire, please. Water. Okay, so did he just straight up jump out the window? Oh my god. We were panicking so bad, none of us were thinking straight. They literally jumped out the window, or one of them did. Oh no, one of them jumped out, and then just you see a splat, like because this is like a 3-story, 4-story bedroom they're in. Oh god. Okay, so the guy who jumped out the window was one of the robbers. I don't think that was Bike Joe. Yeah, it wasn't Bike Joe. What was that? I see fire outside. This is one of the. So we see a room full of refugees and stuff. And one of them's looking out the window, and they got water. They found water. Wait, someone grabbed a vase or whatever with a plant and poured the water on him. Yeah, gods, it's a person. Did he fall from up there? As they're checking out the flaming body down there. Kellen, young master. They'd lost their homes, their loved ones. I'm so confused as to who jumped out the window here. It's hard to tell. It looks like the bandit's the one that jumped out the window. We'll find out in a second. I just want to get my mind straight here. The They lost their homes and their loved ones, and just when they'd finally thought they'd caught a break, there'd be another death. Okay, so Bike Joe is still in his room, it looks like. Cough. It was him. He pushed him out the window. Now he's going to kill me too. Help. Oh wow. So the one that survived of the robbers is just blaming Bike Joe for pushing him out a window. That's just such dog shit. Help, I'll die, he's shouting out the window. If the thief hadn't misjudged the floor he was on. If I'd dumped the vase on him first instead of me. Oh, he can't even, like, it sounds like, no, I didn't, like, he can't even talk because he's, like, burnt and stuff. Huh? He's holding a gold pocket watch with their family crest on it. This poor man only tried to steal a watch, so he was thrown out a window for it? And set on fire. Dude, wow, he's just being straight up framed as, like, some evil, wow, dude. If I'd never invited them in the first place. The others. They had a lot of pent-up stress they needed to let out, I guess. The Bonkers family quickly got labeled a house of murderers. Wow. Okay, I did not expect such a dark origin for Bonkers here. Now that's the end of the flashback. We're coming back to the present now. I left pretty much right away. Ran, really. No idea what happened there after that. What comes next is the same old story, really. When the kid's got nowhere to go, he winds up taking whatever jobs he can. It was a pretty quick fall from there into the shadier parts of society. I lived like garbage, always on the run. Eventually, I found myself here, on the ironworks. I could take the training and just fail at the end. That's a half a year of free room and board. Oh, that's true. Whoa, I didn't think about that. That's half a year of free room and board. The debt collectors won't chase me this far either. So the whole thing about becoming a hunter, says Portion. Psh, heck no. I've got confidence in my strength. That's enough for me, says Bike Joe. If I manage to survive the day, that's enough for me. I don't got any fancy dreams or big plans for the future. I'm just a random, useless schlub. Wow, dude, Bike Joe with the depth here. Oh well, the cat's out of the bag, so you won't let me sign back up the next time, I bet. Maybe I'll use all this training and take up a job as a merc or something. As he's like just stretching and kind of relaxing. ... from Valoo. He's just kind of being silent here. Bike Joe continues. If a person's life is like a story, then I'm just a random extra at best. That one annoying jerk, who's only really around to make life harder for the main character. A little bit of third or fourth wall push in there. This is really good. I'm actually really enjoying this. I've got no business being some hero. Fate just didn't put that in the cards for me. That's not true, says Valoo. That's not true at all. And he's actually crying. What are you crying for, says Bike Joe. You aren't a jerk. Am not. I'm holding it in, he whispers to himself. And he thinks back to all the things that him and Bike Joe have been through, it looks like. Well, okay. You can be jerkers at times, he says. Don't give in, says Portion. But your life isn't over yet, right? Picking at old scabs from the past. Wallowing in self-pity. What is this? I can't put a name on what I'm feeling right now. Huh? What are you doing? Because he's like walking over to Bike Joe. If you're going to call this a story, then just write a new chapter, he shouts. Start on a new page. And this time, let your actions make you a hero. Nice. I refuse to stand by while somebody lets themselves fall into darkness. He grabs Bike Joe's hand, his giant hand. Come on, Bonkers. Let's both become hunters together. End of chapter. This was a very unexpected, kind of dark yet uplifting chapter. I already liked Bike Joe Bonkers. I found him a very fun companion. But to know that there's actually a lot of depth to him, and I love that what they've given him is like, he doesn't care he has no plans. He doesn't care. He just wants to like live the day. Like he's driftless. And that's all you need for like a character. Like he can find purpose. Like that's so cool. This was awesome. This is a really good chapter, man. Bike Joe Bonkers. Wow, dude. I don't know what else to say. This was a very. It wasn't even like very long. It was pretty simple. He had dreams once of being a hero, but then he was naive in a sense to openly distrust people he didn't know. Came back to bite him in the ass, and it like ruined his family and their name and all the good they were trying to do. And he regrets it, and he feels bad, and he's like, clearly I'm not meant to be a hero, you know? Wow. Great chapter. This was awesome. This really was awesome. Um, I don't have anything else to say. This was a very well written backstory for Bike to Bonkers. Nothing crazy, nothing outlandish or insane. It was just a shitty situation. He was naive. He had dreams, and it kind of failed on him. And then he ran and just tried to live every day. Like that's cool. I mean, it's tragic and sad, but like I actually really like that as a story for him. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Leave your thoughts down below. Sorry for getting this out a day late. Sundays I'm typically watching football with friends and stuff. So I don't always get these up on Sundays when they come out. But yeah, this is a great chapter. Like easy 9 out of 10 for me. This is a really good chapter. I probably do I like this more than the Mario chapter? I don't know. Both are really good. Both are really good. They did a really good job of like setting up these side characters. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. And until next time, this has been Muddy Gazelle. Hoping you all have a muddy day. See you guys.